So in this video, we are going to learn how to send birthday cards and wishes on WhatsApp from Google Sheet. Now suppose guys you are a business owner and in a Google Sheet you are having all the details of your customer like their name, their WhatsApp numbers and their date of birth and all. And you want to wish them or send them a WhatsApp message with some birthday cards on their birthday. So let me tell you, you can completely automate the process of wishing your customers on their birthday. So in this automation, first we are going to get the details of all the customers whose birthday we have today. So every day this automation will run and get the details of the customers whose birthday we have today. And then after that, we will be using Interact, which is the API service of WhatsApp, to send birthday wishes and birthday cards as a WhatsApp message to the same customer as the birthday wish. Now guys, how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Google Sheets to Interact Birthday Wishes. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. So the idea here is, first we have to get the details or the data of all the customers whose birthday we have today from our Google Sheet. So in our Google Sheet, we have created or added all the details of our customer, the client name, their mobile number, the image link, the card link which we want to send them as a birthday wishes, the coupon code which we want to send, and also their date of birth over here. And we want that every day this automation workflow should be run, it should execute, and it should check for the details of the customers whose birthday we have today. After getting the details of those customers whose birthday we have today, it should also automatically send the birthday wishes to them with this image link and a message on WhatsApp. So first we have to get the details of the customers whose birthday we have today inside our Pabbly Connect workflow. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to send them birthday wishes. So how you can do that? Let's see. So here in trigger window guys, we have to ensure that this automation workflow should be executed. It should run every day. For that, here in trigger window, select a feature of Pabbly Connect that is called schedule. After selecting schedule by Pabbly, here it asks us how often you want to run your workflow. And in the drop down, you can see here are some different options which we have at regular interval, once, every day, days of the week, and dates of the month. So we want to run this automation workflow every day. We want this automation should every day check for the details or the birthday of the clients which we have on that day and send them wishes on WhatsApp. So select every day over here and then it is asking us for the time. That every day at what time this automation workflow should be executed. So let's take an example of 9 a.m. I want every day at 9 a.m. this automation workflow should be executed and then just click on save. So guys, in the first step, we have successfully scheduled this automation workflow to be executed every day at 9 a.m. Now after this, let's scroll down and come to our action window. Now in the next step, what we have to do, we have to get the details of the customers whose birthday we have today. But to do so, first what we have to do, we have to introduce the current date, the today's date in this automation workflow. So every day this automation workflow will be run, but we also want to get the date, the current date on which date this automation workflow is executed so that we can get the details of the customer with the birthdays on that particular date. And to do so, we are going to use another feature of Pabbly Connect that is called date time formatter. So here in action step, search for date time formatter over here. After selecting date time formatter by Pabbly, in action event from the drop down, select the action event as current date. Click on connect. Then it is asking us basic format. And in the drop down here you can see there is a list of different formats over here. So we want to get the date, the current date in this particular format of date, month and year. So just select this format and then it is asking us include time in response. So we don't want to get the time in response. So we are selecting false and then just click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that the current date, today's date has been added in this automation workflow. So here guys, in our Google Sheet, as you can see, I have created two different columns. First one is the day and the month of the birth, and second column contains the year of the birth of the customer. So in this way, we have separated the date of birth into months and dates and year. So that using this day and month of the birthday of the customer, we can easily get the details of the customer whose birthday we have on that day. So guys, what we have to do from this complete current date, we have to get the response of day and month. We have to eliminate this year from here. And how you can do that? Just click on this add action step button, and we are going to use another feature of Pabbly Connect that is called text formatter. So here in action step, search for text formatter, just select it. And then in action event from the drop down, select the action event as split text. Click on connect. Now after connecting it, the first thing it asks us is text to split. That which text we want to split. We want to split this date into two parts. So here guys, we have to basically map this response of date over here. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and from the drop down from date time formatter responses, select this response of date time and map it over here. After mapping the date, the next thing it asks us is the separator. So we want to get the text or the separator around these slashes. So the separator will be this slash over here. And after that, it is asking us segment index. Now here in segment index in the drop down, you can see we have different options. Like we want to get the first text, the second text, the last text, the second to last text, or all. So here guys, we will be separating all the text from this. Just select all and click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that in response, the day, month and year, we have received three different responses around this particular separator. Now after this, what we have to do, using this date and month, we are going to get the details of the customers whose birthday we have today. So just scroll down, click on this add action step button, and here in choose app, search for Google Sheets because we have the details of the customer in the Google Sheet. Just select it. After selecting Google Sheet, in action event from the drop down, select the action event as lookup spreadsheet rows. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, what we have to do, we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on this sign in with Google button, select your Google Sheets account, scroll down and click on continue. And as we click on continue, we will see our Google Sheets account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is to select the spreadsheet. That from which spreadsheet we want to get the data. So I have created this spreadsheet named as client birthday data. And we are going to select the same spreadsheet in this dropdown. So in this dropdown below select spreadsheet, you can see a list of all the Google spreadsheets which you have created in your Google Sheets account. Out of which we are going to select this sheet from which we want to get the data or the details of the clients of their birthday. After selecting our spreadsheet, the next thing it asks us is to select the sheet. Now in this particular Google spreadsheet, we have only one sheet named as sheet 1. That's why here in Pabbly Connect, we have selected sheet 1 over here. Then it is asking us lookup column. Now guys, here you must be thinking, what is this lookup column? So the lookup column is basically the column in which we will be searching for data. So using this date and month, basically which we have received from date time formatter and text formatter, using this date and month of today or the day on which this automation workflow will be executed, we want to get the details of the customer whose birthday we have today. So guys, here we have the day and the month of birthday of the customer in column B. So column B is going to be our lookup column. Just select column B over here. Then it is asking us lookup value. So the lookup value will be today's date without year. So we have separated the day, month and year. And from this same response of text formatter, we are going to map the day and the month in this lookup value field. Just click here. And from the drop down from text formatter responses, first map the date and then let's map the month as well. Now after this, the next thing it asks us is include headers in response. So just select true over here. And in sort value, you can select the sort value from top or the bottom. So we want to sort the data, get the data from top. So we will be selecting top over here. Then after that, at last here you can see we have this button of simple response. So we just have to turn this button off of simple response, switch it to the left side and click on save and send test request button. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. In this response, you can see that the details of all the customers whose birthday we have on this particular date or who is having this date as their birthday in our Google Sheet. Like here you can see that in this Google Sheet, here this is the first customer, dumb user, whose date of birth is 24th of January. That is today's date. Then after that, here you can see the second customer, support 12 customer, who has the date of birth as 24th of January in the Google Sheet. And here you can see the third customer, test 34 customer, who has the date of birth as 24th of January. The same lookup value which we have entered over here. So in this way, guys, using this lookup value and this action step of Google Sheet inside Pabbly Connect, that is lookup spreadsheet row, we have received the details of all the customers whose birthday we have today. So till now in this automation workflow, guys, what we have done, first we have ensured that this automation workflow should be executed every day. So here, guys, we have used the schedule a feature of Pabbly Connect and scheduled this automation workflow to be executed every day at a particular time. Then after that, we have to add the current date, the date on which this automation workflow is executed. So every day this automation workflow will execute, and using this feature of Pabbly Connect, this module of Pabbly Connect, that is date time formatter, it will add the current date over here. Then after that, we wanted to separate or split the current date into the different response of day, month and year. So using text formatter, we have done that as well. Now in the next step, we have used the Google Sheets action event, that is lookup spreadsheet row. And also in our Google Sheet, we have entered the date of birth of the customer in this particular format, such as the date and the month of the birth of the customer is into a different column and the year of the birth of the customer into a different column. Then after that, what we have done using this action step, we have received the details of all the customers whose birthday we will have on that day. So like for example, tomorrow will be 25th of January. So this automation workflow will be executed tomorrow as well because we have selected every day. Using this current date module, it will get tomorrow's date, that is 25th of January in response. Then using text formatter, it will basically split the same date 25th January 2023. And then from Google Sheet, it will get the details of all the customers who will be having their birthday as 25th of January in our Google Sheet. And here, guys, in Google Sheet response, here you can see that in response result, we have received an array of data. We have received all of this data of all the customers whose birthday we have on this particular day. But this data right now is in pretty complex format. So we have collectively received the details or the data of all the customers, and that too in array format over here. So what we have to do, we have to first convert this data from array format to a simpler format. And then after that, we also have to ensure that we process this data one by one. So guys, here we are going to use a feature of Pabbly Connect that is called iterator. And using iterator, we are going to convert this data from array format to a simpler format. And also, guys, what we are going to do, we will be processing this data in a row-wise manner. So here you can see that from here to here, we have the data, the response of the first customer whose birthday we have today. Then after that, from here until here, we have the data of the second customer whose birthday we have today. And here it is the data of the third customer whose birthday we have today. So in this way, guys, what we are going to do, using iterator, one by one, we are going to process all of this data. And then using this automation, one by one, we will be sending WhatsApp messages, WhatsApp birthday wishes to all of these customers as well. Now, guys, how you can use this iterator? Just scroll down, click on this Add Action Step button. And here in your action window, in Choose App, select iterator over here. Just select it. After selecting iterator by Pabbly, in Choose Array, it has automatically detected the response which we have received in array format. So this is the response result which we have received in array, and it has detected it automatically. Just click on this Save and Send Test Request button. So after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that the data of the first row. So here we have received the data of 3 customers, and the data of the very first user, the first row, is now converted and received in response into a simpler format. We have the row number, name of the customer, their date of birth, their year, their mobile number, the image link which we have added, and the coupon code which we have added in our Google Sheet. So here the important note says the response include the first expanded data set as value, which can be mapped in further step. At the time of workflow execution, it will process all the values one by one. We support iteration of maximum 500 record at once. So here as it says that this response which we can see, it is the data of the first set of values which we have received in array format. And we can actually use the same data to map this data into the next step as well. But while this automation workflow will be executed, the automation workflow will be run every day. It will get the data of all the customer, and then this iterator will process the data of all the customers over here one by one. So here guys, we have successfully received the details of the customers whose birthday we have today from the Google Sheet. Now what we have to do, we just have to send the birthday wishes on WhatsApp, and we are going to use Interact to send birthday wishes in this video. So just scroll down, click on this Add Action Step button, and here in Choose App, search for Interact. Just select it. After selecting Interact in Action Event from the drop-down, we have to select the action event as Send WhatsApp Template Message. So in our Interact account, we have already created a template message. You just have to select Send WhatsApp Template Message over here and click on Connect. Select Add New Connection. And now we have to connect our Interact account with Pabbly Connect. Now to make this connection, we have to enter a secret key from our Interact account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this secret key. Now to get it, just log into your Interact account, and from the left sidebar, just click on this settings option and go to settings over here. After coming to the settings page, click on this developer settings, and then here you can see the secret key of your Interact account. Just copy the secret key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After pasting this, just click on save. And as we click on save, here we can see that we have successfully connected our Interact account with Pabbly Connect. Now after this, the next thing it asks us is the country code, phone number and full phone number. Now here guys, what we have to do, we have to basically enter the WhatsApp number of the user of the customer to whom we want to send the WhatsApp message using Interact. So here we want to send the WhatsApp message to our customers whose data we have in our Google Sheet as the birthday wishes. And here guys, you will see that in the Google Sheet, we have the full phone number of the customers as well. We have the country code and the 10 digits mobile number. So that is why either you have to enter the country code and phone number, like you can separate responses in separate fields. You can mention the country code of the users and their phone number, or you can completely mention the full phone number with the plus sign, country code and the phone number over here in this full phone number field. You have to do any one of them. So here guys, let's map the full phone number from iterator responses. We have the mobile number of the customer. Just select this response and map it. But guys, here we have the country code and the 10 digits mobile number, but we don't have the plus sign over here. So we are just manually adding the plus sign over here. Then after mapping the mobile number, the next thing it asks us is the template code name. So here guys, first we have to create the template message in our Interact account, and after creating that template and getting that template approved, we can use that template message to send messages on WhatsApp to our customer. So in my Interact account, here you can see that I have created this template named as birthday wishes. And here, this is the template. This is the kind of message I want to send to my customer as a birthday wish. So this is the actual message, and we are also sending an image as the header with the same message over here. And in this message, you can see there are some numbers I have added in double curly braces. Here is 1, here you can see 2, and here you can see 3. Now here you must be thinking how you can create this template message. So by logging to your Interact account, you can just create this template messages. And guys, here in this template messages, these numbers in double curly braces are basically some variables. This means, for example, after hi, I wanted to mention the name of the customer to whom I want to send the message. But the name of the customer will be changing, keep on changing for every new message, every new birthday wish I send to my customers. So basically the name of the customer is a variable. It's a dynamic text. And to add these kind of variables, we add these numbers in double curly braces. The text in place of these variables on the message which we will be sending, you can add those texts in Pabbly Connect workflow. So how you can do this, we will see in a couple of minutes. But guys, first what we have to do, we have to enter the template code. So it is most likely possible that you may have created multiple templates in your Interact account. And which template you want to use in this automation workflow to send WhatsApp message from your Interact account, you have to enter it. So to get the template code name, you just have to open the template after the approval. You just have to open the template in your Interact account. And here in the URL section, after template slash and before slash view, here you can see the template name. Just copy this template code name from here and then just paste it over here. You can see the same thing, you can see the same instruction in the help text given below over here as well. After entering the template code name, it is asking us for the language code. So right now this template is created in English language. So we will be entering the language code of English, that is EN in small. In whatever language you have created your template, you just have to enter the language code over here. You can just select the language while creating the template and then enter the same code over here. Then in the next field, it asks us header value. Now, as I told you, in headers, guys, with this birthday wishes message on WhatsApp, we are also sending some image. So we have added an image as the header with this message. So what will be the image URL? What will be the link? What will be the image which we will be sending with this WhatsApp message? We have to mention that link, that URL in this header value section. So here in our Google Sheet, in front of the customer details, we have also added in the same row, I also added the image URL which we want to send with the birthday wishes. So from iterator responses, from the drop down, let's map the image URL as well, image link as well. After mapping the image link, the next thing it asks us body variable values. So just now we have discussed that in my template message, I have added some variables, the numbers in double curly braces. So what will be the text we will be entering in the WhatsApp message which we will be sending in place of these variables? We have to enter those text in this body variable value field. And we have to basically keep on adding the variables values by adding some comma. Like we have the first variable where we wanted to add the name of the customer. So just click here. From iterator responses, map the response of customer name and it will be mapped. Then whatever customer name we will be adding in our Google Sheet, whatever customer name we will be getting from Google Sheet in our workflow, the same customer name will be mentioned to the customer to whom we are sending the WhatsApp message. Now after the first variable, in the second variable over here, I wanted to mention that how many % of discount I am giving to the customer. So here for second variable, just add a comma in body variable values and enter the text which you want to enter or which you want to mention in the template message for the second variable. Now after second variable, let's add a comma, and here in third variable, I want to mention the coupon code. So here I have added the coupon code in my Google Sheet, as you can see over here. So from Google Sheet responses, from iterator responses, basically select the response of coupon code and map it. So in this way, if you want, you can actually create as many variables as you want in your template message in Interact. And you can mention or enter the text which you want to add in place of those variables inside this body variable value field of Pabbly Connect. The next thing it asks us is position of CTA button. So basically, if you want, you can also add some kind of call to action buttons over here. Like now, I have added a call to action button of visiting my website, and I have added my website link as well. But this is a static URL. This means the same URL will be sent to all of the customer. But if you want, there is a way in Interact that while creating the template, you can also create a dynamic URL, which means the starting part, the domain part of the URL can be a stagnant part. And after that, the next part can be a variable. So if you are sending that kind of link, if you are sending that dynamic kind of URL over here, that what will be the position? So Interact offers two positions, zeros and ones. So by default, it is 0. But right now in this message, we are not sending any kind of dynamic URL as it is said over here. So we can just ignore this field. And also it is asking us value for variable in dynamic URL. So we are not having any dynamic URL. So we are not mentioning any value for dynamic URL as well. So after ignoring these two fields for now, just click on the Save and Send Test Request button. Now after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, using these details and the template which we have created in Interact, a WhatsApp message is sent to the same users, to the same customer whose data we have mapped over here. Basically the first customer right now whose data we have received from iterator over here. So let's check it. We'll go to the WhatsApp account of this user. And yes guys, here you can see that the same WhatsApp message is been sent to the same customer whose birthday was according to our Google Sheet. So here in our Google Sheet, this was the customer demo user whose birthday is today, and we have sent a WhatsApp message of birthday wish on WhatsApp to the same user. Here you can see the same image link, same image whose link we have added in our Google Sheet over here. And then you can see the same template message. And in this message, after hi, we have added a variable in the template. And in place of this variable, we have added the name of the customer over here in our Pabbly Connect workflow. Like in body variables, we have mentioned the customer name, and with the same name, the message is delivered. Hi, dummy user. We can't keep calm because it's your birthday today. We want to make your birthday extra special with this discount coupon of 15% off. So here we have added the second variable, and in place of second variable, we have added the discount amount of 15%. So here you can see the same text over here. Simply check out with the code HBD18 on your discount will be applied. So what are you waiting for? Use our special code now. So this is the exact same message, guys, which we have created, whose template we have created in Interact, and with the same details which we have mapped over here in Pabbly Connect. Now this means, guys, the automation workflow which we have created is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, guys, you can automate the process of sending birthday wishes to your customer on WhatsApp with an image. What you have to do in this automation, first we ensure that this automation workflow should be executed every day. So we have scheduled this automation for every day at a particular time. Then we have added the current date, the running date, on the date on which this automation workflow will be executed, that date in our automation workflow. And using split text, we have separated the day, month and year from the date. Then from our Google Sheet, we have received the details of all the customers whose birthday we have today. And then after getting that data, using iterator, one by one, we have processed all of those details and sent birthday wishes on WhatsApp using a template message using Interact. So guys, not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down to your suggestions, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.